Who is the vice-president, the vice-president of the CMS a couple of weeks ago. It's just to go the great strides that by virtue of having this, one of the longest ships that we've seen here, over 300 meters long, is just proof of that. So to everybody, vice-président du CGM-CMA, Monsieur Xavier, de venir nous dire quelques mots. I'd like to invite the vice-president.
President Riggy, Gachagua, Ter, Machogu, guest. It is an honor, Port of Mombasa.
Being business people, this is an opportunity for you to see what the port has to offer in your investments in Kenya, the East African region, and indeed the African continent. Over the past decade, the government of Kenya, through public and private partnership, engagements with the development partners and governments, has expanded the port of Mombasa to accommodate more and bigger vessels, delivering thousands of containers annually. It has also revitalized its operations to ensure an efficient, effective clearing and forwarding regime, making it one of the busiest but smoothest ports on the continent. Your assessment of the operations of the port today is also an opportunity to identify areas of partnership with us, as well as understand our strengths to grow your business. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to host you, chief executive officers of leading companies in Kenya, because you want to enhance businesses for the benefit of the people of the two nations. Indeed, France is the 5th largest investor in Kenya, accounting for at least 10% of the total foreign direct and indirect investments. With more than 130 French companies in the goods and services sectors, hundreds of our young men and women have jobs. This is a direct benefit to our economy. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Kenya is France's leading trading partner in the East African region. For instance, in the year 2021, we exported goods worth $90 million to Paris, which was a rise from $87.03 million in the year 2020. On the other hand, we imported goods valued at $205 million in the same period. And clearly you can see there is trade imbalance, which your visit here this afternoon seeks to address. Under the Kenya Kwanza plan of transforming the country, we are working on reforms in some key sectors, including coffee and tea. Our ambassadors and heads of missions across the world have been tasked to market our products as well as seek new markets and investments, and France is no exception. And indeed, the wider European Union and international market. With tea and coffee being our leading agricultural export, ongoing reforms will result into more production. As external markets for Kenyan productions grow, there will be more demand for service from CMA CGM, a shipping company that has a firm establishment in Kenya. With more than 584 vessels docking in 420 ports in 160 countries across the globe, it will surely be one of the biggest logistical partners linking Kenyan farmers and producers to consumers in France and elsewhere in the world. Your Excellency the Ambassador, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on May 30th, 2019, Africa opened a new chapter in trade, following the coming into force of the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement. The first transaction under the trade pact took place in January 2021. This pact exposes Kenya to a market of over 1.3 billion people on the continent. As you may be aware, Kenya has already sold tea to Ghana under this framework, and Kenya seeks to enhance its trade ties with the continent. The tentacles of CMA, CGM are critical, hence the need for closer links and partnerships in penetrating the new business frontiers and markets. Your Excellency, the Ambassador, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, over the last decade, Kenya has rapidly developed or improved its transport infrastructure to ease movement of people, goods and services within the country and beyond. The Lamu, South Sudan, Ethiopia Transport Lapset Corridor is operational, linking Kenya to the surrounding countries, including the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, which recently joined the EAC. CMA CGM shipping line has already processed more than 60 transshipments through the Lamu port. This is progress, and it is important for us to identify investment opportunities for public and private partnership to full realization of the LAPSEC. President William Ruto, during his visit to Paris in January, held talks with his counterpart, President Emmanuel Macron, on enhancing trade ties between the two states. The companies here and across the East African region have a starting point in crystallizing down to various investment projects, including the blue economy. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, I want to assure you that President Ruto and the rest of us are friends of investors. We are progressively opening the business environment to ensure a win-win situation of foreign investors and the people of Kenya. I want to thank you, asante sana. And we are challenging the new management to even do much better and to make this port the destination of choice in the African continent, so that anybody who wants to do business, to bring goods anywhere in Africa, finds the port of Mombasa as the destination of choice. Ours as a government is to assure the new management and the managing director of our support. We'll support you, whatever changes you want to make, whatever programs that you have in terms of seeking out projects on public-private partnership. You have the support of our government. The Ruto administration has created a good environment for business. We have instructed our officers across government to do away with red tape and bureaucracy and make it easy to do business in this country. We have made very serious reforms in this port of Mombasa. We have put in a new board of directors to inject fresh ideas, passion, and energy into the affairs of this port. I want to extend a hand of friendship to our business partners from France. Please, this is your country. We have people who are very hospitable, and we want to invite you to come and invest here. Where you are in Mombasa, we have beautiful beaches, and it's a holiday destination. So as you make money here, also spend most of the money here, so that you can leave it with us here. So I want to invite you to come and invest here, so that you can help us grow our economy and create employment for our young people. We want this port to be very efficient, and we want to increase the volume of business, so that eventually we can also increase the number of people employed in this port.